It's true. I do pretty much have the best news ever with a tiny glitch. And it's an announcement worth dressing up for. So let's see what we got. Cat hair. Dust bunnies. Okay, we've got the $5 thrift store dress, which I have worn before. We've got the homemade dress that I've also worn before. Or we've got a couple of ball gowns. Actually, I've worn this before too, in videos, previous videos I'm talking about. That one, or this one. Okay, so why do I have ball gowns? Well, quick story. 10 years ago, Steve and I went on a transatlantic cruise on the Queen Mary 2, and our entertainment director was Joe. And so Steve had crossed the Atlantic in his sailboat, which took 26 days. And he has always wanted to cross the Atlantic again, but without any work involved. And to do it in 1 week, he thought was just crazy. So in 2015, we did this transatlantic cruise on the Queen Mary 2. It was my first cruise. Steve had gone on a cruise before, but it was like a high-end cruise. There were no kids allowed, and you had to dress formally for the dinners, for the evenings. So I bought these 2 gowns, and I had also made this one gown. It's not a gown, it's a dress. But I had made this dress to take as well. And it's funny, I got so many compliments on this dress when I was wearing it. So many compliments, more than any other dress that I wore. So, I don't know. Which one should we wear?
It's gonna have to be this one because I can't get it off.
Quite lovely. It's a very darling tea, isn't it? Isn't it? Actually. Spot on. Oh, hi. Okay, so are you ready? I can walk. That's the news. Now that might not seem like a big deal to many people, but to a lot of you, you'll understand what I'm saying. Now the caveat or the catch or the glitch that I was talking about is that today I'm actually a tiny bit sore, but that's not from doing things that I shouldn't have been doing. That's just from just household things. And I think sitting honestly a little bit too long, and I hadn't taken my anti-inflammatory for a day and a half because I kind of forgot. Because there was 2 or 3 days that I was like, you guys, doing so good. Where I was like not almost thinking about my hip and doing things. So that I have not had in 6-7 months. That's jolly good. Cheers. Okay, I have got to get out of this dress somehow and put on some other clothes because we got a whole bunch of stuff to do around here today, and we need to go out to the lake this weekend, the lake property, the off-grid property, and winterize that place because winter is coming. Okay, next day, we just this morning decided to not go out to the lake property because it's pouring rain all weekend. And I was like, oh, we're gonna get out there, which it takes half a day to get out there. It's like such an ordeal to get out there. We'd have to take 2 vehicles between 5 dogs and a cat, pack everything. It just takes forever to get out there. And it's not an easy drive. And then we'd spend the whole time in the cabin locked up because it's pouring rain. And that's not much fun for the dogs, or us. So we are sticking at home, but we've got to put the winter cover over the swimming pool. Steve has already dropped the water, blown the lines out. So we just have to put the cover on to officially put it to bed. And we're gonna get some firewood. We need some firewood around here, and we were thinking about trying to do a burn as well. Yes, it's that cold out. It's freezing now. Okay, I think I'm gonna do firewood. I'd had my truck all packed and ready to go. My chainsaws, some laundry, little knickknacks and things. And I was gonna take out this power station from Blue Eddy, who Blue Eddy is sponsoring this video. Thank you very much. I have a new power station to share with you guys, and you might notice right away that the color is different on it. And that is to denote a completely different type of power station than they normally put out. Introducing the Pioneer NA. This is the world's first sodium-ion portable power station designed to perform in extreme cold. So the Pioneer NA can charge at minus 15 degrees Celsius and discharge at minus 25 degrees Celsius without any preheating required. Now, I think most of us are familiar with the lithium-ion battery cells. That's in fact the only power station I've ever used has been lithium, and they are amazing. But I think we all know one of the biggest drawbacks to lithium is that they don't perform well in the cold. And conversely, they also have had a tendency to overheat and cause fires. Sodium ion cells, however, generally are more thermodynamically stable, so they just perform really well in the cold and they don't overheat.
At a glance, some of the other features of this icy blue, rather salty little thing is that it has a 10-year or 4,000 plus cycle lifespan. Blue Eddy prioritizes safety and reliability with multi-layer protection, making it fire retardant, shock resistant, and it has enhanced electrical protection. This unit is fast charging, allowing 1900 watts of input, for example. It can charge to 80% in just 35 minutes with AC and solar dual charging. It'll run your everyday devices with its 1500 watt AC output and its 2250 watt AC output with lifting power enabled to handle higher output devices such as small heaters, hair dryers, hot plates, and heavier duty tools. The Pioneer NA avoids using rare metals like lithium and cobalt and instead uses sodium. Sodium is abundant, clean, and sustainable. This is Douglas fir that I'm getting, which is obviously really good wood to burn, but we also have a bunch of trembling aspen right in that area, and I know it's not the best wood to burn, but it's also a low creosote producing wood, and we've got so much of it, I thought, why not grab some of it, split it, let it dry, and see how it performs in our fireplace in the house here. It's not a wood stove, it's actually kind of a rather inefficient fireplace. So having a low creosote producing wood to burn in the mix of all the stuff that we've got, I thought wouldn't be a bad idea. I ended up having to come back down to get this stuff after unloading the Douglas fir, and these rounds were pretty big. I was actually thinking I could take the two axes and split them, but they're pretty wet. I couldn't do it, so I just used the axes as little ramps to roll the rounds into the ATV trailer.
Okay, so why was I going to take this power station out to the lake? Well, many of you know that I plan on building a cabin on that property on what I call the meadow, halfway up that property. I will need a power station for that job. The Pioneer NA, I feel like, is an ideal power station for that location, specifically because I plan on working on that build during the winter months, like for the next few years. Possibly not starting this year, but we'll see how things go with my hip. But yeah, I won't have a place to like warm it up before I can, discharge it and then charge it again. So yeah, I think it's the perfect power station for that location. So if you too plan on building something in the winter, or you got a project going in the winter, or you just love being outside in the winter doing activities like ice fishing or winter camping, and you need a power source that doesn't need babysitting in terms of temperature, then yeah, I think the Pioneer NA is an ideal power station for you to check out. So thanks, Blue Eddy, as always, for being my biggest support for the last few years. Thank you so much. And as usual, all links and any discount codes will be in the description box below. Actually, oh my God.
Fall it over here. I don't want it to fall like it'll break. If it comes in, it'll break this here. I need to get the lean. Do you have the wedges?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
This tree has to come down. It's leaning against the carport pretty seriously, so it's time. Naturally. Well, just naturally, the camera shut off.
Yeah, the boughs sort of sprung.
Yeah, it sort of hit the carport a little bit, but it sprung off. Burn going over there. Picked some of the stuff out of there, out of that tree to keep as firewood. Some of it's pretty naughty, but yeah, not for this year, but maybe for next year. Want to know something else that's kind of funny? Is it was supposed to pour rain all day today, starting in the morning, all day long. That's what the weather said yesterday. And now there's been no rain this morning. And every time it says it's going to start, I look, and then the next hour, it's the next hour, then it's the next hour. It's supposed to be pouring rain again right now, and it's not. So that said, we still needed to get all this stuff done around here anyway. We're both going to go out to the lake property tomorrow just for the day, just up top. Steve's going to do some stuff with the Sky Mule line, and I'm going to do some firewood. There's the rain. About 4 o'clock started to rain.
Okay.
They get a whole rack of ribs between the dogs. Pretty lucky. And a potato. Oh, black dog.
Okay.
Okay, Riley first.
Hey, Riley. Oh. Okay. There we go. There we go.
Leroy is a little budger.
There we go. Yeah, okay, no, no.
Okay,
Okay,
no.
okay. Okay.
Cujo.
Very good job. There we go.
The rain quickly turned to snow, and it just wouldn't stop. By the morning, there was literally half a foot of snow, and this is October 14th for reference. But it was a stunningly beautiful morning and day, which made us rethink our plan for the day. We decided to shift gears again and not go to the lake property like we had planned. We were going to head to the cliff cabin for the day and do some work on the sky mule, the trail, and get some firewood for the cliff cabin. But with this dump of snow, it just didn't really make sense to do that. The power had gone out here in the night, and there was a tree that had slumped over on a power line and caught fire on our street. So I had wanted to check out my little village down at the creek just to make sure that nothing had fallen on my fort or my shed. I was pretty relieved to see that all was well for now. So instead for this day, we decided that we were going to take everyone on a little adventure away from home and enjoy the snow and the sun. Riley, the little black dog, is nearly 16 now, and he comes alive when we do this kind of stuff with him. So today was a day for Riley. As for the cliff cabin, that's where I will be heading next. And for all of you cliff cabin lovers out there, I'll see you in the next video out there. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Hi, Black Dog. Oh, you so happy? So happy, so happy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is for you, Black Dog. Oh yeah. I know.
Yeah, maybe she thrives in the snow.
Good girl. You gotta stay with us. Okay, you guys, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I tell ya, it's a chore taking you guys out.